Good morning. Today is Thursday, October 24th. This is Wake Up with KERA News. I'm Andrew Garcia. Highs are inching back up today ever so slightly. You can expect temperatures to reach the low 90s by this afternoon. Coming up, we'll hear how rare black farmers are in the U.S. and the nonprofit that's helping Morr get USDA certified. First, let's get into today's headlines. The Dallas City Council voted 5-2 to pause funding for the Dallas Black Dance Theater yesterday. It's over concerns about the firing of 10 dancers earlier this year who've since been replaced. The company says a social media video was the reason for the firings, but the American Guild of Musical Artists says the dancers were let go because of their efforts to unionize. A committee will reconsider the funding allocation next month. Frisco ISD is asking voters to approve over $1 billion in bond funds this election cycle. They're also asking for approval to increase the tax rate. The district says it needs the money to keep up with the cost of inflation, and because funding for Texas public schools hasn't changed since 2019. Black farmers are only 2% of all the farmers in the U.S. KERA's Elizabeth Mayong reports on one Texas nonprofit working to grow that number.
Inside Veronica Petty's backyard, birds, bees, aphids all happily zoom around. The quarter-acre is like the Garden of Eden in the middle of suburbia, south of South Dallas and I-20 in Lancaster.
3 peaches, 2 plums, 2 apples, 2 persimmon, 2 cherries, and 1 pear, and then 4 elderberries on that side. My husband say, you want to grow everything.
By day, Petty is an insurance claims adjuster. At night, her true passion comes out when she heads into her backyard farm. She's one of a few black farmers in Texas who own a USDA-registered farm. But building her farm into a business hasn't been easy. That's why she joined a cohort with a Texas Small Farmers and Ranchers community-based organization which provides information and resources. P. Wade Ross is CEO of the organization.
Black farmers have always been on the outside looking in commercially when it comes to monetizing their land.
For Ross, who's also a black farmer, it's personal. His parents, W. Wade and Anita, started their organization in 1998 to champion other black farmers. His family farms and ranches 120 acres near Bryan. The land was passed down from Ross's paternal great-grandfather, a runaway slave from South Carolina. Grandpa Jack was forced to pay for his land twice, and he never lived to see the final deed. That's why a big part of Ross's work is teaching members how to make their businesses profitable. Coming up on the 3rd year of her farm, Petty is at the cusp of making that happen.
You're learning everything from the managing your ground to production of your food, to building a business, to actually selling. It's like a holistic program.
And she is selling at a farmer's market run by 4 Oak Cliff. Juliana Yifun is the director of food justice at the organization. She says the nonprofit has taken extra care to support black and brown growers because they understand the history of racism.
The USDA has largely been discriminatory against particularly black farmers and growers, has excluded them from the ability to get funding, to have loans, to have the supports that a lot of white farmers have.
In July, the USDA announced the distribution of $2 billion to farmers and ranchers who faced discriminatory lending prior to 2021. The majority of the payouts went to black farmers and ranchers. Ross is bridging the gap between government agencies, funders, and black farmers. But money is only one part of the problem. Ross's organization provides a space where black farmers can openly talk about painful experiences.
We're doomed to keep repeating the same systemic things that are existing because we've never acknowledged it in the first place.
Acknowledging that shared past has helped Petty build community.
And finding my tribe. We just making sure that we're all okay. And I found that in this organization.
That community is bringing her one step closer to her dream. She wants to buy 50 acres of Texas farmland where she can live with her family and some goats.
The goal is just to find enough land to where we can, allow our adult children to come.
But for now, she'll be in her happy place, weeding and harvesting among the birds and bees.
That was KERA's Elizabeth Mayong reporting. It's North versus South Texas as Luka Kyrie and the Dallas Mavericks take on Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs in their season opener. If you're not heading to the American Airlines Center to watch, catch the action at home on TNT. October is National Seafood Month, and seafood lovers can celebrate with fish tacos at Black Agave now through the 30th. For more information and other things to do, visit kera.org/calendar. Thank you so much for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. This show was produced and edited by Shardae White and Bekah Morr. For more news in your inbox, visit kera.org/wakeup. That's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter. That's written by our colleague, Catherine Hobbs. Stay up to date during the elections with our voter's guide at keranews.org. And you can connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at KERATX. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.